Who's the poop picker-upper?
Our kennel techs.
Oh, really?
Kennel technician.
Is that in the job description?
Absolutely. First, it's like
poop picker-upper.
We have to actually. There's a every job has to have certain skill sets, and so they have to demonstrate their proficiency.
They do.
I mean, everybody doesn't have that gift.
Is it a hand, or you have a scooper? You have a thing.
I mean, there's more than one way to skin that cat, but we prefer the scooper.
Lantana. This is Cassandra Homer, and I'm here at Argyle Vet Hospital with Dr. John Bitter. Hi, Dr. Bitter. How are you?
I'm good, and yourself?
I'm doing great. So
good.
Tell me about Argyle Vet Hospital.
Well, a little background. Argyle Veterinary Hospital was started in the early 80s as a strictly equine practice.
I didn't know that.
Well, in the early 80s, you wouldn't recognize what it looks like today. It was very rural, and there were a lot of horse farms.
Yeah.
And even though there's still a fair few horse farms today, they're going away. And so as the urban sprawl has found Argyle, we're seeing, more houses and less horse farms.
Yeah.
So since the 80s, we have started small animal, and the truth is that we now have a higher percentage of small animals than we do horses in this practice. Veterinary medicine is very much like human medicine. As time progresses, medicine progresses.
Yeah.
And the technology, the medicine, the options, and the demand for better service has increased, which is good. As more and more people see these animals as part of their families, the more important they are, and the more their medical needs need to be taken care of. And so that's where we are now. We hospitalize and treat both equine horses and small animals.
Okay, awesome. And tell me, what makes you guys different? I know there's a couple other vets in the area. I'm actually a client of yours for a while now. But what makes you guys different than any other vet in the area?
There's a couple of things. One of them we already talked on, the fact that we do see both horses and small animals. I don't think there's another mixed animal practice in our area. That's not the important difference. I would tell you there's probably two key differences. One is that we see our own emergencies, which honestly, when clients need us the most is when their animals are sick. It's great to see them on wellnesses. It's great to see them during the day for routine stuff, where they can learn to build trust and a relationship with us. But when they need their doctor most is when their animals are sick. So,
well, and you have that relationship with not only the animal, but also the pet's owner, parent, as I like to call them. And you guys have always been available, and I love that. I've always been able to reach out to Dr. Royce, and that's why I've always stayed with you guys. Anytime I'm showing houses and I pass by here, I always say, this is my vet right here. And I'm so excited because you guys are always available. I'm wondering if you ever sleep.
Yeah, well, luckily we're a large enough group that we can share that emergency service. But we all, as a group, we recognize the value to the business and more important, the value to the pets.
And it's a one-stop shop. You don't get shuffled around here or like an assembly line. If this person handles this,
it's for sure.
You take care of everything.
And look, there are procedures that we just are not able to do, and it's not like we don't see the value in referral.
Yeah.
It's just that a whole lot of things that other people do refer that we don't.
Yeah.
That we don't, and we pride ourselves in being able to do that and offer that to people.
I love that. Well, thank you so much for having us and hosting us. It's been a pleasure to speak with you.
Yeah, nice to meet you as well.
I don't know why I didn't think that you would have a barn. This is like, I don't know why this feels new. Like I'm finding this out now. Like you've been holding back on me with this barn business.
I take care of your dogs, and that's really the only part of the practice you see. And most people, that's most of what they see is the front. They don't really realize what goes on back here, on a daily basis. And so when they see it, it's like, oh my God, I can't believe it's back here.
I was just about to say, oh my God, I can't believe it's back here. So this is a barn.
It is a barn. It is an equine hospital. We have a full equine surgery suite where we can do surgery on horses.
Wow.
We have treatment facilities. We have stalls. It's a full That's the whole enchilada.
Wow. So I will be honest, I know very little about horses.
Okay.
How big is your average horse?
Oh, the average horse is somewhere around 1,000 pounds, 1,100 pounds.
What?
Yeah.
1,000 pounds. So how do you even, because like Boston, for example, you've seen for what, 5-6 years now, is this, I mean, he's a little chunky, 10 pounds. How do you handle something that is 1,000 pounds that could easily just snap you in half if they wanted
sure.
to?
No, there's a lot of skill to it. There's a lot of, knowing tells what horses are going to do. You can kind of get a feel most of the time when they're going to act, a little bit crazy. But it's just knowing what you're doing, always being safe. I mean, safety is our utmost protocol here. We want to make sure that everybody is okay. If it comes down to getting us or one of my techs hurt, we just won't do it. I mean, we'll just say we're done and we'll have to figure out a different plan. So, but most horses on the bright side are, they're really nice. They do things nicely. They don't get too angry with us, or they're pretty good about letting us handle them.
So you want to give me a tour?
Sure, come on back.
So this is a big building.
Yeah, it's a pretty good size. This is what we call a set of stocks. This is part of the safety we were just talking about. When you're dealing with a big animal that could be kind of rambunctious, we place them in there, keeps them confined. When they're in a confined space, they tend to be less, agitated. They want to kind of calm down.
And that's safe for you guys.
Yeah,
safe for the animal.
It protects us. Yeah, for sure. They're in there. We're working on them. If we're doing something from behind, we've got a steel door to protect us.
Okay.
The sides have to be open to allow us access, obviously to the horse. But then the front's solid door as well. So, it keeps them safe, keeps us safe. There you are.
Oh, nice.
So this is what we call our knockdown room. The walls are fully padded to keep the horses safe.
I can't believe you've never threatened to put me in here before.
Well, this is where we actually anesthetize them. We actually drop them right here against this back wall. We have a large hoist that sits right up there. We could actually bring the hoist in once the animal's asleep on the ground. We put hobbles on them, which allows us to hook to the hoist. We pick them up, and then we carry them in here.
Oh my gosh.
That is an equine surgery table. So you got.
This is a true, looks like a surgery room.
It is. It's a full-on surgery room. We do orthopedic procedures in here. We do colic surgeries in here. We do, anything we have to lay them down for. It's all padded, protects them.
Oh, wow.
We can put their legs in restraints. We can do whatever we need to, keep them comfortable. You can imagine, it's one thing to take your 10-pound dog to surgery and put them on a little table in there. You're talking about an 1,100-pound horse, the manpower, the stuff you got to have to make that happen safely. Because again, you have a 1,100-pound horse on the table under anesthesia. If they wake up, that's a bad day.
So how many people do you have around here? Is it like a Grey's Anatomy situation?
It's 4 to 5 people.
Wow.
At a time.
So how long have you done this?
But I've been there for 10 years, almost 11 years.
Yeah.
So out here.
Oh my goodness.
Come see Tiny.
Tiny?
Whoa. Hey. Whoa.
The people that we meet, they do this stuff day in and day out, and they don't realize how cool it is because it's an everyday thing for them. And so, seeing these are your, clients or coworkers, that's pretty cool. they are gorgeous creatures.
I got horse hair on me.
So how much does Tiny weigh?
Oh, he's probably 16 to 1,800 pounds.
Oh my gosh. You are beautiful.
He was a rescue.
A rescue?
Yeah,
How do you have a rescue horse?
Well, he had a huge, you see that scar right there?
Yeah.
He had a huge tumor on that eye, and somebody basically wasn't taking care of him. So one of our local residents rescued him and brought him here. Dr. Kirpin did surgery on his eye.
What does post-recovery look like for horses? It's one thing for us to take in dogs, but who?
The guy that rescued him is going to take him to his farm. He's going to live out his days just being a pasture ornament, which is good for him. Lots of hay, lots of grass.
Nice. Good. So Tiny's doing well recovery-wise?
He's doing great.
How much do they eat per day?
You know, we feed these guys. Somebody like him is, you know, he eats. We use scoops. It's probably the equivalent of 8 to 10 cups. You know, he'll probably get 2 of those 2 or 3 times a day.
Wow.
Plus a whole lot of, you know, almost half a bale of hay a day. Plus all the grass he wants.
Wow. What a beautiful animal.
All right, I'll let you go. I know you don't want to go in yet.
Tiny's
That's why he was running.
A little camera shy.
He didn't want to go in. Halter means I have to go back in the stall.
Oh.
Which he does not want.
Oh my God, he is so big.
You see how calm he is. I mean, if he wanted to not let me catch him or he wanted me to not be able to mess with him, there's no way.
If he really wanted to embarrass you, absolutely.
Oh yeah, he could drag me across that pasture and I would look retarded.
A lot of people are coming in from out of state and they know a few things about Lantana and Denton County, and they know we have snakes here.
We do.
And I see, and this breaks my heart anytime I see these photos on Facebook and just of the snout. It breaks my heart. Couple questions. Preventative wise, what can we do to keep snakes away from the pups? And then if for some reason that happens, what are our first steps? What are our next steps?
Sure. So prevention wise, a couple of things. There is a vaccine that's made by Round Rock it's a rattlesnake vaccine that they think has some cross protectivity with copperheads, which is mostly what we see here is copperheads.
Yeah.
There's we see a couple of rattlesnake bites a year, but it's mainly copperheads. So hunting dogs that do a lot of ranch work, most of those dogs we have vaccinated with that vaccine. Mm-hmm. Now it doesn't stop them from having a reaction. The idea is that it mitigates some of that response, because that venom is going to do damage no matter what. But if you already have the antibodies in your bloodstream, you know, it's going to help decrease how ill you do get. Preventative around the house is just keeping things clear. You know, not having tall grass, not having clutter, not having areas where snakes like to get. They want to be on a warm rock to sun, and they want to, if it's cool, they want to be able to bury into something. So just keep Lantana, most people's yards are pretty small, it's pretty easy. But you know, if you're backed up to a green belt, you're going to get them. I mean, you can't hardly prevent it. I mean, they're as the space gets smaller and smaller, they're just looking for places to go, so they come hang out. We probably treat anywhere from 80 to 100 snake bites a year. Wow. It's a lot.
That is a lot.
90% of them do very well. The copperhead venom causes a local swelling. It's usually in the face or on the foot. You know, wherever they get bit, they get a lot of tissue swelling.
I saw it in the snow.
It's painful. That's where you can tell a lot of times a wasp sting or a bee sting from a copperhead bite. Is that a lot of times the wasp and bee stings aren't that when you touch their mouth, they don't hurt. Copperhead bites, they hurt. So what we usually treat them with is we give them an injection of steroids immediately to help calm that inflammation. We give them some Benadryl for any kind of allergic reaction. And then we put them on antibiotics to make sure that where the bite wound doesn't get infected. And they typically go home on a short course of prednisone to help keep the swelling down. 90% of them, that's all they need.
I know you're going to brush this off, but I'm not blowing smoke. I love being able to reach out to you, or even I call your wife Dr. Stephanie because she is essentially she's a call center. I've reached out to her at 2 in the morning and saying, help, I don't know, and she's walked me through via you. How much of that is available to Lantana?
So there's somebody available 24/7 on emergency. You know, I get a lot of phone calls. I have a lot of clients. I don't mind people calling me. I don't mind people texting me. I go back to sleep really easy. Waking up in the middle of the night does not bother me. If it did, I'm in the wrong profession, because that's when people need you. So, but if you need us, all you have to do is call our main number. Our answering machine comes on. It tells you we're closed, but if you have an emergency, dial 0. That goes to the service. You tell them what the emergency is, and then they'll call us, and then we'll text you back. You know your pet better than anybody. If you think something's wrong, call us, because people time and time again will say they'll come in 3 or 4 days later, and sometimes it's too late. And they said, I knew something was wrong. I just didn't think it was that serious. If you in your gut feel like something's wrong, come in, come see us. If I tell you nothing's wrong and you still think something's wrong and you want to dig deeper, just say, Ryan, I think something's wrong. Let's dig a little deeper. and we'll dig deeper. 'Cause, you know them better than I do. I mean, I know your dogs very well. I know a lot of dogs really well. I mean, they're like my own family pets. But you innately know them better than me. So if you think something's wrong, let's go look.
Dr. Royce, thank you so much for letting me come by, introducing me to your crew. But thanks again, I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you.